Hello, my name is Isaac Beber. I am from Colorado, and I'm applying to the MARRES Master's Program at University Côte d'Azur. In the opening stages of my life, I dedicated the majority of my time participating in competitive sports. These experiences were pivotal to my growth and contributed to the deep-rooted values I carry with me today. As I got older, I started to become more connected to nature through camping, hiking, and identifying animals surrounding my home. During a similar time period, I was also participating in various volunteer opportunities, including highway cleanups and in pallid sturgeon broodstocks, tagging and assisting wildlife biologists in data collection on the Missouri River. My love for the environment is what enticed me to pursue an environmental science degree from Doane University, where I was a member of the Wildlife and Conservation Organization and conducted scientific field research on 13-line ground squirrels. My research was based solely around ectoparasite collection and blood sampling in an effort to infer a relationship between ectoparasite presence and white blood cell counts. After I completed my undergraduate degree, I decided to embark on a journey to volunteer in various coastal locations in South and Central America. The most impactful experience of my journey was the time I spent working on a sustainable coffee farm in the Galapagos. In the morning, I tended to the plants and animals on the farm, and by the afternoon, I was exploring the volcanic coastline and incredible marine biodiversity. It was at this moment that I truly started to appreciate the sea and marine life associated with it. It wasn't long after that I chose to increase my knowledge base on marine ecosystems by becoming a PADI certified rescue diver and inform myself more about issues related to marine ecosystem conservation. These experiences also prompted me to pursue a master's degree in wildlife conservation and management at Unity College. My capstone research project, which I complete in July, is centered around using ArcGIS to predict the impacts of sea level rise on sea turtle nesting habitat in Costa Rica. Switching gears, I would like to discuss a case study that describes the socioeconomic impacts of coral reef degradation and fisheries in a coastal community in Honduras, as well as provide one organization that is currently working to combat it. Tela Bay is located on the north shore of Honduras and is home to over 800 clusters of endangered corals. What makes Tela Bay so special is the fact that it is an important source of coral larvae, or planula, for other areas in the Mesoamerican reef system. Unfortunately, overfishing and climate change have put significant pressure on coral reefs in Tela. When reefs are overfished, reef systems can quickly collapse, and fish that depend on the reefs are likely to disappear. For the inhabitants of 6 local communities living around Tela Bay, fishing is key to food and economic security for over 65% of them. This makes fisheries management incredibly important in the region. Historically, fisheries in Honduras were managed through a top-down approach, or one in which governments exclude the needs of stakeholders in management decisions. More recently, there has been a transition to co-management, or one that shifts management efforts to the local peoples. The idea is that this approach intends to empower local communities to manage their own resources and foster collaboration among governments and NGOs. One of these NGOs working hard in the region is the Coral Reef Alliance. After years of advocating, building awareness, and forming partnerships, the Coral Reef Alliance helped create Tela Bay Marine Wildlife Refuge in 2018. By designating Tela Bay as a marine protected area, they have been able to collaboratively implement sustainable fishing regulations, such as limiting the type of fishing gear to reduce bycatch and establishing spatial or seasonal closures that reduce the catch of rare species, juveniles, and spawning aggregations. Ultimately, these regulations aim to increase resilience of coral reefs, giving them a chance to adapt to climate change, while also ensuring the social and economic well-being of those living in the region. I provided this case study because I personally believe that balancing the needs of humans and the environment is imperative to successful marine conservation efforts. With that said, I think that MARRES' interdisciplinary approach can help me tackle these issues in the future. Thank you for listening and for your consideration. I look forward to seeing you in September.